zero in on 3 areas of grief. All right? 3 areas of grief. All right? Let's begin reading. Turn your papers over. Turn your papers over. Now, you were here the last time. You have this, but you don't have what else we're going to present tonight, because this has to lead us into where we need to go. All right? Okay. All right, let's begin reading. When your heart breaks what?
Over great loss.
What?
Intense grief will
what?
touch every aspect of your life, your body, soul, and spirit.
Let's read that one more time. When your heart breaks over what?
Great loss.
I want you to know that great loss is not just over someone who passed away. There are many kinds of things that will cause your heart to break. All right? Let's read it one more time. When your heart breaks what?
Over great loss.
Intense
grief.
Underscore that word, because intense grief will do what?
Touch
every aspect of your life. Underscore your body, your soul, and what else?
Your spirit.
The effects of this intense grief will what? Vary in degrees. In other words, sometimes it's severe and sometimes it's mild, depending on where you are in the grieving what?
Process.
Now let me just give you this insert that I have said before. I might have said it before in this class, but I know I've said it before, especially on the radio. The depth of your grief is based upon the depth of your love. The depth of your grief is based upon the depth of your love. You don't grieve very much if you don't care much about the person or whatever it is that happened. You know, it's okay. You have a little shock, but if you really love someone or whatever the case might be, when you experience loss, it affects you greatly. It affects you greatly. It hurts. Bottom line. It hurts, all right? While you will not experience all the effects, everyone will experience some of them. Realize this. Here's what I want you to realize tonight. Realize this today. These effects are common to everyone. Common. Just put a comma by that. That's not common. But realize that these effects are common to everyone. So you're not alone when you're going through your grieving process now. Don't think that you're on an island all by yourself. Grief affects all of us.
Yes.
Remember that now. And some are temporary, as long as you face the pain of the loss and help work through the grieving process. I want you to understand that grief recovery is a process, and you have to work at it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Say it after me. Grieving is a what?
Process.
And you have to do what?
Work at it.
You have to work at it.
Yes.
Wow. You have to work at this. It doesn't drop out of the sky, or some osmosis, or some spontaneous combustion. All of a sudden, you have to work at this stuff. Do you have any idea why my wife and I are at the place where we are? It's because we work at it. You have to spend some time in recovery. Can I give you this illustration? Let me give you this illustration. When you go to the hospital and have surgery, you do not go home and you're instantly healed.
Right.
And I say it
Right.
When you get, I'm talking about major surgery. It's not like cutting your fingernail now.
Right.
When you have major surgery and you go home from the hospital, you don't go home and all of a sudden you say, okay, I'm okay. But what is it about us that when we have our grieving experiences, the next day we tell that untruth? I don't want to tell what it really is, We tell that untruth. When we see people, oh, I'm doing okay. The minute they tell me that, I know it's not right.
Right.
The minute I talk to somebody and I say, how are you doing? Oh, I'm doing okay. The very expression and the way you say it tells me that you're not okay.
Right.
Now, if you tell me I'm working on some things and through this process, I need prayers and I need this and I need that, then I know that you're okay. But don't tell me the day after the funeral that you're okay. I know better than that. You know why I know? I sat where you sat.
Right.
And really, can I just tell you a little secret that I found out? The recovery and the process of grief begins really at the cemetery.
Yeah.
You know why? Because when you're preparing for a funeral, let me just put it in the funeral context. When you're preparing for a funeral, you have to take all the business, you have to make all the arrangements, and you really don't have time to grieve. All of a sudden, when you go to that cemetery and the pastor says, ash to ashes, dust to dust, and you see that casket lowered, it all of a sudden, some kind of realization sets in. This thing is real. All right, you ready? All right. I don't want to deal with David right now like I did before. I'm going to deal with it. All right. Physical effects of grief. Are you all ready? Let's go to the next page. I told you last time we closed with David. If they will close with something else. Physical effects of grief. Are you all ready to write? Exhaustion. Exhaustion. Y'all see that? It's on the board. Exhaustion. So you might have to try to how to spell it. Exhaustion. It means to draw strength and energy from you. You become exhausted. You become exhausted. It drains you. Grief drains you. You're tired. Come on now. You have headaches. These are side effects, physical effects. Now here's one we don't like to admit: inability to sleep.
Right.
You don't sleep well.
Right.
You go to bed, but what? You don't sleep. Then indigestion. In other words, you eat, but you don't digest your food. So as a result, you lose your appetite. Now here's one that I'm going to talk about tonight. It's called stress. All right. Stress. Give her a clap. Let me write these down right quick, baby. These are side effects of grief. Stress. Now, we've heard of stress, but what is stress? We talk about, I'm stressed out. What is stress? It's not up there. It's in my hand. Stress. What is stress? Anybody have any idea what is stress? Well, let me see if we can walk us through it. All right? You ready? All right. In this day and age, we're no strangers to stress. Let's see what stress really is. Stress is mental tension. Stress is mental tension. You have to write this down. We'll walk you through it. Stress is mental tension caused by problems. It is worry. It's mental tension. It's worry caused by problems and life in general. There's some stuff that will worry you. You have mental tension. Stress can literally fuel cancer. brain, strokes, heart attacks, and in reality, stress will take you out.
Yes.
Stress
Will take you out.
will take you out.
Yes.
Sometimes stress is not about a lot of big stuff. Stress can be a lot of just little stuff.
Yes.
Today something happens.
Yes.
Tomorrow something happens. The next day something happens. The next day. And all of a sudden, you find yourself, I like to conclude by saying, you have mental fatigue. That's mine. Mental fatigue. Your brain is just literally tired.
My God.
And when your brain is tired, it affects your body.
Yes.
And many people, when they go through difficult situations in their lives, they have mental fatigue. And you have mental and physical exhaustion. Day in and day out, you have to deal with stuff. Every day you have to deal with something. It's not anything new.
Right.
All right? But I want you to know, brothers and sisters, if stress is killing you, I want you to write this down. It's time to put on the brakes.
Yes. Yes.
If stress is literally taking you out,
It's time.
it's time to put on the brakes. So today, we're going to tell ourselves that it's time to put on the brakes. Can I just whisper this to you? It is not God's will that you live every day in stress.
Amen.
That's not God's will.
Amen.
That's not God's will. My wife and I talked about something last night. I'm not going to deal with it today because it's going to be part toward the end of the class. We have come up with an exercise for stress. My wife and I, last night, the Lord gave it to us and we sat down and talked about it's an exercise for stress. I'm going to ask you a question tonight. How many of you really have a special Bible reading time? I'm not talking about you read the Bible every day. No. I'm not talking about you read the Bible every day. How many of you have a special Bible reading time that you do it basically the same time, not say the same minute, but based in the same, if you know between 9 and 10 o'clock every morning is your Bible reading time, how many of you all have that? Okay. Very good. All right. How many of you have your special prayer time in that same area every day? All right. Very good. Then why are you stressed? Okay, that's my question. Why are we stressed? Let's talk about it. Why are we stressed then? Why are we stressed out? If you have your certain Bible time every day, and you have your special prayer time every day, why are you stressed out every day? I'm not saying you may not be stressed out sometimes, because be for real. There's some things that will get you and hit you. But why are you stressed out on a regular basis?
Wow.
Let's talk. Why are we stressed out on a regular basis? If you have your prayer time and your Bible reading time, why are you stressed out every day? You know why? You ready? Come on.
No, I was about to just throw this out, because we're conforming ourselves to this world, the way society has us to feel, to think, and a lot of things, that the little minor things, kind of like worry us. I know I'm talking for myself, though. Yeah.
You right on top, come on.
I think sometimes when I read the Bible, I find myself where I really haven't read it. I'm just skimming, so I have to go back and read it 2 or 3 times to really get what I'm reading.
Mhm.
So I think sometimes we say we're reading the Bible, we're not actually reading the Bible, we're just going through the motions.
Okay, all right, good, yes.
I think it's, when you read the Bible, when you're praying, you have like a relief. It has that relief time that you do relax. And you do think about God, whatever. But when you get back to reality of the world, it's a little different.
All right.
It takes you out of it.
It's called application, so you're right on point. When we get through reading it, we don't apply it. It's application. All right, who else? Somebody else? I have something. All right, yes.
That's good. You asked 2 questions.
Right.
And I think the third question is kind of the answer to why we're stressed out. Because during our prayer time, that's our prayer time. During our Bible reading time, that's our Bible reading time. But during the rest of the course of the day that we face the stressful issues, we don't take time to de-stress and to wait it out.
Okay, all right.
It's